So this is the second unboxing video. I don't want to think of this as unboxing video. It's more of a demonstration of what we're actually fitting in the gaming PC. Start with the CPU. It's an Intel iCore 5. It's a LGA 150 1150 socket. It's the S type processor, which means basically it's got a turbo boost in it. The base rate of this, or the base speed of this CPU is 3200 megahertz, which will turbo boost when it's needed to 3.4 megahertz. Now you can get a K version in this CPU, but bearing in mind that this machine is being built for a 12-year-old lad, I didn't want to give him too many options with overclocking. GPUs are already overclocked, and I just thought that knowing the lad and knowing that he doesn't know an awful lot about computers, if he could overclock this, is a temptation for him to go into BIOS and start to play around. And the last thing I want him to do is to basically cook his CPU, because he hasn't enough cooling. We're not fitting water cooling in this case either, there'll just be a few fans. So that's the CPU we're using. I'll put that over there for a moment. The motherboard we're going to use, it doesn't come with Wi-Fi, so it's the lower end of the Gigabyte T97 series, so the Z97 series. So we've had to buy a separate network card. This is 802.11n, 300 gigabits per second, plenty fast enough, megabits per second. Very nice little card. I think it only costs about £13. Comes with dual omnidirectional aerials, and we'll be fitting that when we do the build. I was in 2 months worth to fit a DVD writer, but I thought, well, it just makes things easier if it is a games machine after all, and if he has got games on disc, then obviously it'd be a waste if he can't use those. So I thought, yeah, you know, we'll fit a DVD player. It's just a Samsung 24 times speed SATA drive. Very nice, rewritable, takes rewritable discs. Just what more can I say about it? It's just a DVD writer. Okay, so that's that. Our main storage device, okay, is going to be a 1 terabyte Seagate Barracuda. Again, this wasn't too expensive. Okay, I always advise people when you are fitting, hard drives, okay, make sure you've got an external drive to back up your data to. Okay, this will obviously be an internal drive, and if you're like me, I've got a big NAS system, but not everyone's got that. But just one external drive to back up, mirror your the information you save, just to keep it safe. Because, as I say, there's only 2 types of drive: those that have failed and those that will fail. And don't put all your eggs in one basket, as they say. You get a SanDisk solid-state drive. This is going to be a boot drive. It's only 128 gig, but it's all we need really. We're going to just put some apps on here and put our OS on here. This one's made by SanDisk, good, solid, reliable company. Okay, I use their compact flash cards for my photography all the time. They're excellent. I've never had them fail on me. Touch wood. And this really pushed me towards this company because I know that they do make a solid product. Okay, a box. There it is, tiny 2.5 inches, a 7mm slim version. It'll fit nice and easily into our drives. They're tubeless drives in our case, so just slide in. That's that. RAM. For RAM, we bought 2 sticks of 8 gig dual channel Vengeance DDR ECC, non-ECC, non-buffered RAM. Okay, I'm not going to take this out of the box. Okay, I haven't moved myself, so I don't want to start playing around and taking a chance I'm going to damage anything through electric static build-up. And I'm wearing some nylonish clothes, so I don't want to be quite careful with that. So that's our RAM. It's got pretty fins on, and it'll go with, I like the red. I could have bought blue or black, but I bought the red because it basically goes with the case design. We've got red LED fans in the front and the back, and yeah, why not? I'll come back to the GPU. This is our motherboard. It's a Z97P-D3. It's a Gigabyte ultra durable mobile. Again, obviously it's an LGA 1150 socket. Very nice. good reputation, Gigabyte. You know, they make great hardware. You can't go wrong. I mean, staying with the main manufacturers, and you know, when you choose a motherboard, and you won't go wrong. Nice thing about this, you can put an aftercooler CPU cooler on if you want to. Okay, so you've got one PCI Express slot, that's fine. We're going to be fitting one graphics card in the 16 slot anyway. Okay, you can upgrade obviously and use the two slower ports. Not to say about it. You take quad core RAM. Nice thing I really liked about this board is, first of all, it's got there's no SATA 3, it's all SATA 6 on this. And the other thing is that it's got a dual BIOS. So if you do get a virus and your BIOS gets corrupted, then they'll automatically switch to the second BIOS, and you won't your computer won't die on you. Very nice idea, nice design. Obviously, it's USB 3 board. Nothing more to say about it really. I think this afternoon what I'll do is I'll install the PSU, because Morgan's coming to see me on Sunday, and we're going to start the build, but I don't want to waste time. I've only got a few hours in, so I'm not going to waste time showing how to fit a PSU. It's in a case of bolting it in. So I'm going to start the build this afternoon. One of our main components, and one of the most expensive, was the GPU. This is a Gigabyte GeForce GTX 750 Ti. Okay, it's a 2 gigabyte GPU. Inside you get your graphics card, your software, quick guide instructions, and of course it comes in a static bag, like most things. People over worry about static electricity when they build computers. I mean, you've got to take certain precautions. I don't use a wristband. Okay, what I do is I plug the PSU in, connect the power supply cable, plug that in, okay, and I earth myself against the case. Obviously I don't switch the power supply on, but I use my house's Terra earth to neutralise the case. As long as I've touched some sort of metal component in the case, then we aren't going to have any problems with static build-up. So there we go, and you take out the bag. It's the Windforce version, double fans, with two nice copper heat sinks, top and bottom. Okay, obviously it's going to generate some heat, it's going to be doing an awful lot of work. And looking forward to seeing this functions. It's had some mixed reviews, this card, depending on what games that they used when they were testing it. But like any card, okay, it depends what games you actually play. To get a card that will play all games absolutely perfectly, then you're going to have to spend an awful lot of money. This card was only about £112, that's including delivery and VAT. But it's great reviews, nice fast frame rates, and it's double HDMI connections, so you can actually run a 4K monitor off this if you wanted to, okay, by using both connections to the monitor. But it's got DVI-D, DVI, lots of different connectivity options, so I really like the card. It looks great, and we'll see how it goes. Finally, our case, I just talk quickly about that. It's a Aerocool Strike X Advance. It's a toolless case, as toolless as you can get anyway. Just basically all the drive bays you can fit without any screwdrivers. Obviously you need screwdrivers to fit the PSU and the motherboard, but it's a nice simple case, very funky design, you know, for a young guy, okay, with the LED fans, and they look, you know, really sporty, very gameish, and I'm sure you'll enjoy this case for a long time to come. We've only got 1, 2, 3 fans in this case. Christmas is coming, Morgan may have a bit of pocket money, so if he wants to add some more fans, then yeah, that's fine, I'll fit them for him, no issues at all there. Okay, two USB 3 headers in the front, reset switch, power on, headphones and microphone in the front. Can't say more than that. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show a little video showing how I mount the PSU, and just to show you how I actually earth myself with these when I build these things. Okay, I don't bother with the strap, and I just use the standard earth cable inside, connect to the PSU, and then ground myself against the metal casing inside the machine. Okay, thanks very much. Hope you look forward to the next part of the build. Cheers.